And welcome back to the Conflict Hotline. This month we are doing part 2 of Sex with Someone Else, which is a continuation from a previous episode. But before we get back to the scenario, I'd like to take a moment to introduce both of our role players and learn a little bit more about them. Newt Bailey and Ali Miller are both professionals who use nonviolent communication principles in their work. They're both quite skilled in this technique and this process, and they use it to bring greater awareness to the situations that we act out on the show. So Newt, would you like to share with us a little bit about what you do professionally?
Yeah, I work here in the Bay Area and across the US as a trainer, sharing nonviolent communication with public classes and also in organizations. And I also work largely with couples to help them with communication difficulties like the one that we're acting out this evening, both in the Bay Area and over Skype.
Great, thank you. And Ali, would you like to share a little bit about what you do professionally?
Sure. I'm a licensed psychotherapist with a private practice in San Francisco and Berkeley, and I integrate MVC into my work with adult individuals, couples, and I have a women's group. And I'm also an assistant trainer in the baynvc immersion program this year.
Great, thank you.
Welcome.
And Miki, I want to hand both of them back into your care for continuing the situation.
I'm really
Back and roll.
grateful and delighted. No, before the role, just want to say that I'm grateful and delighted to have such expert support in enacting this very rich and complex situation that we're facing. So now let's go back. You're Dan and you're Casey.
Okay.
And we are in mid-session, and we just are looking at this difficulty of how to give you, Casey, a full sense of being heard.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess part of what I want to kind of like invite you into is trusting that there is room for you to be your full human self. And to kind of like rest in that trust as you reach for connecting with Casey's heart.
Yeah, that sounds like, I don't know, like almost like a foreign language or something.
Yeah, because if you remember last time when we worked individually, you were kind of relieved by the fact that I wasn't judging you.
Yes.
That's still true.
Ah, okay.
So if you can rest in that, in knowing that there's at least one person who is not judging you, that might give you room to open your heart fearlessly to Casey.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you. Is there anything else that he hasn't heard yet?
I mean, the word that is here right now is just that I feel really betrayed, and I kind of feel like he gets it. Again, like on a head level, but I don't, like when you were talking to Jared about people want to be heard and matter, I'm not at all feeling like it is like really that it matters to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll get to that in a moment. I really want to kind of like focus the lens on this experience of being betrayed and see what the different parts of it are. I'm guessing that part of it is the sense of shock.
Mm-hmm.
Of you had a sense of one story going on and suddenly discovering another story.
Yeah, and one sense of I know this person, and now it's like I don't know this person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some other aspect of it, I'm guessing, is that sense of anguish about, am I really cared about?
Yeah, and just as you say that, it's like, and fear that if it's true that he doesn't care about me, and then we break up, then it's just like despair about being alone again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that
and never trusting anyone again.
Mm-hmm. So there's a sense of like a hole somewhere, and you know, it's part of it is can I trust him, and part of it is can I trust anyone.
Yeah, that's what's so intense. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the piece that I want you to get, is that question, can I trust anyone now that this happened? Do you see how, it's almost like the whole world gets repainted when something like this happened for her?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think I have a sense of that. That's why, I wasn't intending to get caught, because I knew that it would have a big effect. So, I'm not saying that proudly or anything, but I didn't want to subject her to this.
Yeah, so it's almost like what I'm getting is like in some kind of like roundabout way, you get her pain through understanding the intensity with which you were hiding it.
Yeah, that's a way of saying it, yeah.
Yeah.
All I'm hearing is like he would do it again, and he would just make sure he wouldn't get caught.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm kind of freaking out a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's caught or not caught. It's part of it is, how could he have made the choice to do this at all? Tell you or not is a separate thing, but how could he make that choice? That choice in itself, whether or not you know, creates some distance for you.
Yeah. And that's why I think I need to hear from him, like what was going on. Because I'm still like in the dark about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I know last time when I said that, you said you didn't actually think I wanted to know. I more wanted
I'm
to be
more trusting
heard.
it today.
Yeah.
I'm more trusting it today, because today I'm hearing it as more being about repainting the picture of who this person is.
Yeah, because right now I'm like, I don't know. I just have these ideas, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like hearing things, and I just keep trying to figure out who he is.
Yeah.
So I'd like to know.
Mm-hmm. So before we go there, I would like to invite you to kind of like really rip your heart open and tell her, what are you actually feeling in relation to her being in so much pain? And really to see if you can stay on this side of guilt and to just kind of like reverberating with whatever it is that she's experiencing, still in terms of being with her. How is it to see her in so much pain?
It's been hard. It's not anything that I would want to see. It's a worse version of something that I've seen a lot, and I never enjoy it. So, so it's painful.
Is it painful? Can you say something about what makes it painful?
Painful to just see her in a lot of upset and a lot of distress, and that she doesn't trust. Yeah, it's just painful to be a witness to that, I suppose.
Because you care about her, or because
I don't want it to be. I don't want that to be what she's experiencing. I definitely don't want it to be something she's experiencing because of things that I'm doing. That's not the effect that I want to be having, and I don't want her to be having that upset.
How is this to hear?
Well, I'm imagining everyone knows what I'm thinking because it's so obvious to me. But it's like, if you don't want me to be in pain, then why would you do it?
Mm-hmm.
That's all that's going on for me.
Yeah, so there's still that gap of how to make sense. Because you just can't put these things together. So I'm wondering if in this moment, do you trust his care right now? No.
No. In fact, the story I'm telling myself is like, he actually doesn't love me anymore, and this was his way to get out. Because he knew it would devastate me and lead me to break up with him. And I don't know if that's true, but that's kind of my reality right now.
What I'm getting in this is although you're not saying it, is that you really want something that will give you a sense of his love.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in this moment, you're really struggling to see where is that love.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it.